Xanadu. Do you want to play a sci-fi mystery horror game but Dead Space was too yucky? Spirits of Xanadu. At the furthest edge of the unexplored universe, the researcher ship Xanadu slumbers in orbit around a mysterious planet. Her systems remain active, but there have been no message from her crew for months. Now, a lone operative has been sent to wake the Xanadu and bring her home to Earth. Spirits of Xanadu is an atmospheric exploration game set aboard a deserted starship in an alternate 1980s. It draws inspiration from classic sci-fi films, novels, and games to create an immersive and highly interactive environment featuring puzzles and first-person shooter elements in the service of a unique and layered plot. Key features include 3 distinct endings. You get to decide the ultimate fate of the Xanadu, discover the truth, find out what happened to the crew of the Xanadu with fully voiced audio logs, as well as various company and personal documents and emails. Explore the Xanadu, non-linear gameplay and narrative with complete freedom. Hot robot action with first-person shooter combat. Avoid the ship's security system and battle several different types of robots in order to take control of the ship. Fully interactive environment, inspired by immersive environment of games like Deus Ex, System Shock 2. Open every drawer and interact with nearly every object. And yes, you can flush the toilets. No, wait, no, you can't. I tried. They don't let me. You can lift the lid, but you can't. Okay, whatever. Optional peaceful mode. Not a fan of violence against robots? Switch to the peaceful difficulty setting and make the robots passive, which will allow you to explore the ship, absorb the story, and solve puzzles at your own leisure with no pressure. Okay, so this game is interesting. It's not scary, it's just slow and unnerving. Story-wise, you start off in this small ship that takes you to the Xanadu, a ship that's orbiting this far-off planet for some reason. There's been no communication from the ship, and now you were sent to hand deliver this note from someone to tell the captain to take the ship directly to Earth right away. Okay, cool. So you're working as a summons courier? That's cool, I guess. In an age where there are faster than light travel, this seems like busy work. You play as a nameless character that you can change from male or female. Sorry, non-binary and agender folks. Sending you on this mission must be punishment for some reason. Like, who did you piss off to have to go out and hand a piece of paper to a ship? And that's all it is. A single piece of paper, one-sided, that simply says, return the ship to Earth right away. Okay, I guess. So far the ship has gone silent, and as you dock in the docking bay, the lights from your shuttle's bow are shut off and you find the entire ship has gone dark, and it's on aux power. So the only thing that are lit in this place are signs and emergency lighting. And also all the lamps on desks? So I guess the lights in the ceiling are shut off, but things plugged into outlets are fine? Sure. You make your way out and you see that there are panels where you can save and also try to contact headquarters. Spoilers, you can't reach headquarters. And then you can look through cameras in other parts of the ship and see what's going on in them. I haven't gotten to a part where this is useful yet, but it's there and it's sort of cool. Oh, but my favorite part is with the panels when you interact with them. It's like a menu in a game, but it also gives you a mouse cursor inside the panel, and the mouse cursor is always at the center of your crosshairs wherever you're aiming. Like, it's an obvious thing that I think there were other games that also let you select things on a computer's monitor with just clicking your crosshairs, but I can't think of it right now. It's like a Deus Ex or Half-Life maybe. Anyway, so you look through the cameras and see that the whole ship's dark. There are events that you can pop off and go crawling through, and I instantly had flashbacks to old PC first-person shooters like Half-Life and Doom. Walking around the ship, you run into, I'm gonna go with 4 different types of robots that are part of the ship's defense protocol. There are flying robots that are definitely from Half-Life 2, rolling trash cans with guns, and full robot bodies. And also these stationary turret dudes with blue shields around them. Oh, and I guess there's also these little guys that run around that are vacuums maybe? I don't know what they do, but they roll around the floor like those little things from Star Wars. In the docking bay, you get your first gun. I say first gun because I played it for an hour and only found one gun so far, but On the product page, there's a screen cap for another gun that looks more like a submachine laser. There seems to be a stock and a forward barrel, so I'm assuming it's like a pistol, only faster and maybe stronger? Who knows? All I know is I need something more than just a pistol, because these full body robot things are really annoying. When you shoot them, they don't shoot back or anything, unlike the rolling trash cans. These robots are suicide robots. They see you, turn, and start running towards you. Running actually faster than you can back up while shooting them as fast as you can. And then they get close and blow up, and then it's back to the barracks for you. Oh, and that's the thing about this game's death mechanic that I find kind of smart and also kind of annoying. Every time you die, you're sent back to this one room in the barracks, and it's not exactly halfway in the middle of the ship. It's a little bit more towards the bow of the ship. So if you die and need to come back to the bridge, then it's a quick hop and a jump. But if you need to go back to the cargo bay, then it's a bit of a hoof all the way back and around engineering. So far, the game's really interesting. There are audio logs that you can find throughout the ship, and you hear little entries from key staff members, learning more about what happens to them and what caused the ship to go dark, and why the only thing you can find on the ship are the robots. After waking up from the brig for the first time, you find a desk, and in it, you find out that there's one member of the staff that's all, "I've never been more clear-headed in my life. I'm going to bring this ship to its glory and show those fools with this new thing I've learned." And it's at this point that you start to kind of get what's going on. And it's not just a tech mystery, but also some sort of horror element as well. I can't spoil anything, because I'm at an hour and I found almost nothing other than it's a sickness everyone is feeling that causes them to feel slow, confused, and also a little anxious. They have a hard time remembering things, they find simple tasks hard to do, and instantly I'm like, oh, it's like that one episode of Next Generation where they're stuck in the gravity well and they're all having nightmares. The combat in this game is fairly basic. From what I can tell, the robots are the only thing that you can fight, and once you figure out their story, it's all about either being quick enough to kill them or dying and having to walk all the way back. Luckily, they don't respawn after you die, but they do come back in other ways. Like, they sort of move around the ship, and an area you cleared 10 minutes ago might have had a couple of robots come back in since then. It seems like they all don't have set paths, like Garden stealth games waiting for you to stab them in the back. The guns, or gun as I could find, is fine. They have a weird area of fire. You can't obviously snipe with these. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I never tried zooming in and firing that way. The whole time I was playing this game, I thought it was like trying to fire with a controller. None of the shots felt they were lining up with where I was aiming, and it was like my mouse was off or hard to move. I never changed the settings in game, and after playing for a while, it was all part of the challenge in the game, trying to aim right. The last first-person shooter I played before this was Chex Quest HD, and I think the indiness of this game wanted me to think that killing everyone in a level was just as easy as counting the number of shots you unloaded on someone. But these robots take enough hits that it's sort of hard to only hit them 6 or 8 times. You can't aim far enough that they need to travel to get close enough to start shooting you. They're sort of always in range. I was unloading so fast and frantically clicking on them that I never had time to count how many hits they all take. I think the flyers take about 3 or 4, but I can't be sure. There are some puzzles that exist in the game, and I had to walk around almost the whole ship to start seeing that there are some places that I need something to get through. It's nothing like, you need the red key, or big giant doors that are painted red. It's more like when I tried to shoot the robots that had blue force fields, it was obvious I might need something blue that will take them out, or I need to change something in the computer to deactivate them. Since you play as a messenger to go deliver this paper, I took it straight to the bridge and then realized there was no one there except for more robots. Fine. After clearing them, I started to get really annoyed that the game was so dark and that none of the lights were on. Then it hit me that maybe I should go to engineering and fix this problem. Years of watching Star Trek has finally paid off. In the last episode, I talk about how some games don't explain everything and then they kind of leave you to figure it out on your own. But actually figuring out on your own actually feels pretty good. Actually going off and solving that puzzle felt great. And then the puzzle after that, I was like, aha, I know where to go to get this. The game is solid. I was recording this for the episode and I was about 45 minutes in, and I was actually getting sad that I was approaching the hour mark so fast. I wanted to play more of this game, and I wanted to go find more audio tapes and the dang first page for this book. Oh, I forgot to mention that there's a story that you keep finding pages for, but they're scattered all over the place. And the first page I found was page 16, and it made no sense whatsoever. But yeah, This game's story is really good. The world is well crafted. I'm interested in the characters and what they have going on, and I want to know what happened to Johnson and where he's at. And what's with the artifact and the mask? Oh my god. The game went off after that. I don't even know what any of it means, but it happened and I was like freaking out. It's such an interesting point that I'm like, what is this? What does this mean? I think this should for sure be played by everyone. Take some time and go pick it up. If you have the $5 for it, then go for it. It's available on itch and Steam. Content warning though, there is some blood on a floor, but nothing bleeding that I've seen. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Come back for the next game review. If you played this game, tell me where you went first. If you started with engineering or went to another part of the ship, if there's another game in this bundle that you wanted me to look into, let me know. I'll move it to the top of the list. In the meantime, Delvers, keep digging and we'll make it out sometime. Aha. Hello. I'm officially in. Porlock. Ah yes, the good ship Porlock. Hey, I get to shoot and use my flashlight at the same time. That's cool. Hey. Oh, hey look. It gives me a little mouse person. Ah, you are here. That's cool. Aha! God, I hope nothing comes up. Ah! Ah! What are you doing? Well, 113 did me in. That's it. Game over, guys. I'm dead.